Welcome to the North Ball Hollow Road property. This property is amazing. It's totally unique, and I'm going to tell you why. The first thing that stood out to me about this property is the massive wraparound mountain ridgeline with the valley bowl nestled in its depth. This is a combination of two parcels. This back larger parcel with the large wraparound ridgeline and the massive bowl-like valley is what we're going to call parcel number 1. It's attached to parcel number 2, and that property line connects here, flows this way, and comes to a point here, then swings back up this way, comes out here, and comes right back in here. So there's the point and a wing and another wing, much like a paper airplane. So we're going to call this the paper airplane, this the point, and this the bowl. Now, let's talk about the features of this property in more depth. I have hiked this property several times, and the way you access the property is through this spot right here. This is North Ball Hollow Road here, and there is a massive creek which looks to be roughly 50 to 100 feet wide called Dunn Creek. And Dunn Creek follows North Ball Hollow Road, sometimes right beside it, other times within sight of it. But right here, we're going to cross Dunn Creek, leaving North Ball Hollow Road. We're going to pass through the creek and head up a gravel drive, and that's gonna go right through here. Now this section here is where the gravel drive lays flat against property that is part of this combo of two. And you can see right here by the topography lines, there's a flat section where someone could potentially build. If this was going to be my land, this would be the first spot where I would build a small hunting cabin. You follow the roadbed, pass over a old cattle style gate, and the roadbed leads you in to the heart of this massive valley. In this front right quarter of the valley is where you will locate an old cantilever barn. It's important not to go inside or to touch the structure. It is unstable. I would hire professionals to strengthen this structure to maintain it as a historic place in Tennessee history. The next project that I would work on, if this was my land, is to hike the ridge line and to reinforce a very well-established hiking trail around this entire ridge line, all the way through here. I would put a small hunting and camping cabin here, right on the corner beside Dunn Creek. I would make a distinctive hiking trail along the Dunn Creek frontage, which is, I think, roughly 2,000 feet of Dunn Creek frontage from this tip all the way to this tip here. I would put a series of well-spaced hunting, camping mini cabins along the ridge line. So these aren't full houses, these are camping hunting cabins. So these could be roughly 10 by 15 feet or 15 by 20 feet. And I actually have a phenomenal connection for building these types of structures. Then I would use this enormous valley for a beautiful homestead of 1 to 3 homes. There would be a roadbed trail that would wrap through here, kind of around the outer perimeter of the valley. And then there would be trails that would branch off into low gaps to lead up to the tiny hunting and camping structures on the ridgeline. These structures would have big windows so that you could enjoy the views. Down here in the valley, someone could grow a variety of crops. You could have fruit trees and nut trees. You could keep horses. And the creek lines I would pay special attention to, as well as any spring. There appeared to be a spring roughly over in this area and roughly over here as well. But those creek lines and springs would be enhanced and protected. And then I would bring in a specialist, a well drilling specialist, who I have one particular person in mind who could help you with that. But I would have them do research to determine if there was a spot within this valley where they could establish an artesian well. When you have massive wraparound ridgelines like this with private spring and water sources, you have a somewhat higher chance of having a potential artesian well. So that's how I would develop this land if it were mine. I would also start with enhancing the crossing point over the creek and enhancing the gravel road. This is an exquisite property. It is very close to Sevier County's main road, which runs through town. I may have mentioned this before, but you can access that main road through town in roughly 10 to 15 minutes. And we're going to zoom out here so you can see just how close you really are to desirable places. Okay, here we go. Let's get this scooted over a bit. You can see you have Douglas Lake and the French Broad River just north of you, the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge Airport, the heart of Sevierville. Wares Valley is right down here. The Little River and the Great Smoky Mountains is all through this way, and the Pigeon River is right through here. Dunn Creek over here, Newport over here, Maryville, and you have the McGee-Tyson Airport right over here, Fort Loudon Lake, Seymour, here's Knoxville, and the Knoxville Downtown Airport. There is so much to be desired and enjoyed in close proximity to this land. This is an exquisitely convenient place. And I'd love to talk to you more, and let's schedule an appointment so you can tour this property today.